Just going to take you through the Q16 a bit. Here's the Q16, new at the Frankfurt 13 show. It's 16 mic inputs, plus 3 stereo, 10 mix outs and main left right, so all that local I/Os on the back. And you've also got your D-Snake Cat5 on the back to get to the 2412 and the 8.4, and obviously your Mi 1, so Q16's D-Snake compatible to get to your remote I/O. So touchscreen, you can touch. You've got a touch channel, so you can get into your gate, your parametric EQ, your compressor. You can tweak your attack, release, ballistics on the touchscreen. Really easy to get to those features. But you've also got your super strip, so you can always get your hands on your parametric EQ, your high pass, your preamp obviously, and your gate and compressor thresholds. It's total recall, this desk, so you've got the recallable mic pre, you've got your motorized faders, so every parameter in your scene can be recalled, total recall. The surface is really driven through 2 layers, so on the primary layer here you've got your 16 primary channels fed from your mic pre's. Then on the second layer you've got your 3 stereos, your 4 effects returns, 2 dedicated effects send bus, and your 10 mix masters. On the right hand side you've got your mix selects, so it's really easy to get a mix going. We can select mix 1 there. We could select the processing on mix 1 if you want and check out the graphic EQ or compressor on mix 1, and then obviously you've got your send levels from all the inputs on the primary level 1 to 16 and the top layer there for your stereos and your effects returns. And then as we select down through the mix selects, you get your sends and your masters, and even because we selected select here, you get your processing in view. It brings me around to the stereo mixes have got parametric EQ, and left right has got graphic EQ, and the mono mixes have got graphic EQ too. And all mixes also have a compressor, insert and delay on each channel. The input processing, which we saw briefly earlier, has a gate, parametric EQ, compressor, obviously the head amp switchable between USB and local I/O. We'll get to the USB sourcing in a minute, and you've got channel linking and delay in that window too. So over here we've got the Q drive, so we've got an 18 channel interface, a multi-track interface to USB drive. You could also run that as a stereo record playback source if you want, straight into ST3, or record left, right, or a mix. But around the back of the unit you've also got a USB-B socket for streaming direct to a Mac. So you've got 22 sources, record playback to a Mac. On the back you've also got an AES3 output, so I can show you how you set that up on the GUI here. You've got an output patch bay here, so you can select your AES out to be any mix. And you've got a stereo or 2-channel line output where you can select another mix out on an alt output, where the level's here in the master section next to the phone output and the phone level. Just below that you've got your 4 soft keys giving you access to the 4 mute groups or scene control, all effects tap tempo. And moving on to the effects racks, there's 4 dedicated effects racks in the system running iLive or GLD effects algorithms. You've got a whole range from the iLive effects engines, reverbs, delays, flangers, chorus, and phasers. On the back of the Q16 there's also an Ethernet RJ45 allowing you connection to the Q pad, which is pretty similar to the GLD pad, giving you access to channel mixing and processing. Key features: 16 mic ins, 3 stereo, total recall mic pre, moving faders, multi-track USB drive interface with USB streaming 2 to Mac, and touchscreen for easy access to the touch channel, and the super strip of course.